What's good, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good. So today was another crazy day on the market. Today is June 24th. Markets are now closed. As you guys can see here, the Dow Jones was down 700 plus points, 2.72%. And it started off in the morning about 26,000-ish or so, and now we're at 25,000. So Dow Jones took a hit. Also, the S&P 500 took a hit, down 2.59%, and it's currently at 3,000. CNBC, as you can see here, Dow drops more than 700 points in worst day since June 11th as bug resurgence grows. Alright, so stocks fell sharply on Wednesday. Traders were worried about the increasing number of the bug. So the reopening of the economy might have to get put on hold. Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 710 points, or 2.7%, to 25,000. S&P closed 2.6 lower, and it's the worst single-day drop since June 11th. The Dow had fallen more than 800 points on Wednesday. And here's the thing, guys. Florida is a state that got hit pretty hard. As you guys know, or you don't already know, they're basically the center point for everything that's going on right now. All these measures that we have, there's probably going to depend on what happens with Florida, because Florida is getting destroyed. Cases jumped by 5,500 on Tuesday, a record, and new total of 109,000. The state also said its positivity rate rose to 15.91 from 10.82. California, also one of the states that's been getting pretty hard, added a record of more than 7,000 in one day. In Texas, the number also grew by 5,489, while New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut ordered visitors from certain hotspot states to quarantine for 14 days. So that's going to definitely hurt the travel industry, people trying to travel. If you go to New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, if you have to be quarantined for up to 14 days based off what they're saying here, so you're basically have to take a 3-week vacation. You're going to have to go there for 2 weeks quarantine and then 1 week go enjoy whatever you want to do. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I get why they're doing it, but I'm just saying it's going to impact people's ability to go fly and want to fly, and tourism and all that good stuff. Rocky recovery, December 31st, 2019. It was right here, 3,300-ish range, and then it just, it just dropped, guys. Once this thing peaked, the bug kept on hitting and hitting and hitting. It just kept on dropping and dropping, and it kind of recovered, and now it's kind of dropping again. A lot of economists are going to say we're going to have another drop, substantial drop soon. We're going to have to wait and see, but just an opinion, I do think it's probably going to go down more. I'm not really buying too much right now, just a little bit, just dollar cost averaging. That's the strategy that works for me. Risk that you can afford to take. And I'm just going to keep an eye out, see what happens. But we're living in scary times, a lot of uncertainty. And with that whole new package that's going to come out, part of it was that whole traveler's credit. Now, I don't know how this quarantine thing from travelers outside the state is going to affect people living in New York, New Jersey. We have to wait and see. The latest bug news is not positive for the stock market, which was betting the worst of the bug was behind us. So that's what these guys are betting on. They're betting that the bug, the worst of it was behind us, and now with things opening up, we'll be okay and we're going to recover. However, with what's been going down, it might take a little bit longer until we're back up and running and some level of normalcy. And states like Arizona, Texas, Florida say the threat is happening right now. Shares of companies primarily benefit from the economy reopening faltered. United Airlines down 8%. Delta, American, and Southwest all slid over 7%. At the moment, I don't have any stock in these airline companies. I don't plan to because of what's happening. I'm staying away from airline stocks. It's not anywhere I want to be at this point in time. Also, Carnival, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean were down by 11%, 12%, and 11% respectively. Quick disclaimer, I do have some Carnival. I'm not going to put any more at the moment. It's getting destroyed. I'm not touching it. Retailer Gap fell by 7.8%. Disney declined by 3.9% after its Orlando theme park workers petitioned to postpone the reopening amid the bug in Florida. That's not going to help Disney stock. In case you guys don't know, I did have Disney stock at one point. I sold it recently because of this reason. I predicted this was going to happen, guys. It's going to be a while until the theme park's going to open and operate and they cut their dividend. And you know me, if a company cuts their dividend, it better be for a good reason. It better be temporary or else I'm out. Disney did it. I don't like it. I'm out. Let's move on. Okay. Keep going here. Of course, the bug numbers are going to have implications for public policy. Wednesday's sell-off equities led investors into traditional safe havens such as gold and treasury. Gold prices hit their highest level in nearly 8 years before retreating. The 10-year treasury note yield fell to 0.6%. Of course, gold prices are going to be going high because people are going to be investing a lot in gold. Gold is safe according to what they're telling us here. Now you guys tell me, what is your strategy with gold? Because I personally don't own much gold, hardly anything. I'm mostly invested. Let me know, what do you guys think of gold? Is it something you invest in? Is it not really something you invest in? And one more thing too. Do you prefer the physical gold or the gold stocks? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, oil prices fell more than 5.6% to settle back to $40 a barrel. So oil prices might be dropping again based off of the information we have here. Keep going. Wall Street was coming off a banner day with NASDAQ posting its 21st closing record for 2020 on Tuesday. This is how crazy it is, guys. Just on Tuesday, it was closing for a record. And then now today, it has one of the biggest drops. It's very, very uncertain times we are living, guys. You can't time the market. This is why you can't time the market. It's almost impossible. How are you going to know what's going to happen tomorrow when you have good news today, bad news tomorrow? It's hard to keep track. Okay, here we go. Here's what you need to know. Good, I like these. Tells me what I need to know. Just get to the point. The U.S. just recorded its third highest total of new cases. Hospitalizations are rising in some states. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut will require out-of-state travelers to quarantine. As I just said, global economy will shrink 4.9% this year, the IMF predicts in a more dismal forecast. And Biden has a big lead as voters reject Trump's response to the virus. This is going to be very interesting too. As cases spike in Florida, a Trump resort joins the rush to reopen. Pummeled by the bug, Russia holds something about a parade. This is going to be something you got to keep an eye on, guys. How are people's reactions to this thing going to affect the bug? Because Biden has a big lead as voters reject Trump's response. And Trump is I don't think anybody wants to be in Trump's shoes right now. It's just a horrible position to be in. Does he go in and make it to states where because he said himself he doesn't want the states to open back up. We can't afford the economy to shut down, but some states might need to shut down. Again, there's no telling what's going to happen, guys. But either way, his hands are basically tied, because if he does close down the economy, people are going to be hurt. If the economy opens up, people are going to be hurt. So either way, people are going to be hurt. He's got to figure out what he's going to do. It's like I said, I'm very glad we don't have to make those choices. It's going to be on him to decide what they're going to do, him and his administration. And if people don't like it, that could play a huge part in potentially having Biden win the nomination and winning the presidency. You never know. We live in crazy times, guys. Trump is president. Who would have thought that would have happened? Crazy times. Let's move on. Alright, so another article here. What you need to know. Stocks slide as infections rise in some states backtrack on reopening. Gold approaches record highs. Before a new surge in bug case, gasoline demand was recovering. Now it's dropping because once things were kind of getting back to normal, people were going to work more, people were going out more, people can go eat and shop and stuff. And with this, the demand for gas is going to drop because people aren't going to be able to go and move as frequently, as freely, depending on what we're going to do if we open this thing up or not. The IMF predicts deeper global downturn even as economic reopen. After criticism, India may allow some international flights. So I don't know what's going on with India, but I guess apparently they weren't allowing some international flights. They weren't allowing any. That's just what it says here. And at one point in the day, guys, the Dow plunged more than 800 points. It's just one of those days. It got destroyed. I mean, it's kind of scary. You open up your, whatever your brokerage is, right? You look at it. One day you're up like 9%, 10%. The next day you're down 3%. It's kind of scary. But that's how the game works. You got to be able to handle it and get through it. There's ups and downs, but that's just how it goes. This is not investing advice, by the way. This is just for fun and entertainment. Use your own discretion. Do your own research. Talk to an expert. I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions. Okay, let's move on. Basically, what I was saying earlier about the cruise lines basically getting hit. Gas is getting hit. Major stocks fell, and it's not just in the U.S. It's globally. Globally, things are just getting hit right now. Every industry is getting destroyed. Energy is still dropping. Stocks drop on concerns over bug cases. Yep, the Dow is down. Cases grew. Let's see here. California, one of the states who got hit. We know that. Let's see, cases surged by more than 30%. Here we go. We're going to eclipse the totals in April. So we'll eclipse 37,000 diagnosed infections a day. But in April, we were only diagnosing 1 in 10 to 1 in 20 infections. So those 37,000 represented probably 500,000 infections at the peak. All right, let's continue here. See what we got. Okay, here we go, guys. Everyone's favorite doctor is back in the house. Dr. Fauci. He said Tuesday the U.S. is seeing a disturbing surge in new bug cases. This raises many questions, but most important is the policy direction, said Tom Lee, the head of research. Regarding the spike in cases, we still see a positive risk-reward in stocks, as we have said for some time. And especially with summer coming around, guys, who knows what's going to happen. This thing could get better, could get worse, but right now it's clearly getting worse. This is from Yahoo. As you can see across the board, S&P, the Dow, NASDAQ, Russell 2000, oil, gold, silver, everything is down at this point in time. Stocks sell off on new bug and the new tariff fear. So apparently there's some issues or ongoing negotiations with China at the moment. How that's going to affect all this, we just got to wait and see, because that's definitely going to play a role, as we know. Alright, so the Dow dives as market sells off on the bug, tariff fears, but these growth stocks rise. So it looks like some stocks were rising today. The Dow was in a sea of red, led by 4% or bigger declines of Dow Inc., ExxonMobil, Boeing, and Disney. Chevron and Raytheon were among 5 other blue chips, down 3% each. That's a big hit for one day. 3% is pretty big. Now the last thing I got here, guys, to finish this all off, this is the cherry on top. There is a wave of selling estimated to be in the billions that's about to hit the market. Now this might just be the straw that breaks the camel's back. The key points to take away from this. The final day of June is a week away, and Wall Street is already speculating there's a potential some asset allocators like pension funds could take the big gains from the market and move them into bonds. There's a wide range of views about how much selling could hit the stock market, but some strategists say the resulting market may not be that big after all because of the prior selling. The amount of pension fund, here we go, guys, this is what we need to hear, the numbers, is estimated in a wide range, with some estimates from $35 billion to $76 billion. Wells Fargo estimates the rebalance in the bonds could be the largest in 6 years. So there you go, guys. Just because things weren't crazy enough, right? We just got something else. Billions of dollars could move out of the market from selling. That is probably going to be the final straw it's going to take. And I don't know how it's going to affect things, but probably that can't be good. It's probably going to, prediction time, it's going to bring the market down even further than we're already at. Like I said, this 3% drop is going to be like nothing based off of what I'm hearing here. And yeah, guys, so like I said, the treasury yield bonds, if you are into that stuff, I have nothing. I don't know a whole lot about them. I stay away from them. Anyways, this is where we're at, guys. We are living crazy times. We cannot predict the future. All we can do is take care of ourselves, take care of your fam, do your research, talk to an expert, get some advice. And yeah, alright guys, that's going to be it in this video. As always, if you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a like. Until next time, peace.